We are live. The Kentucky Wildcats, Golden State Warriors. We're going for an undefeated season. Kentucky is. They are 4 wins away from perfection. 27-0. They've had several close games in the regular season. A lot of them were blowouts, though. First game against the Hawks was a blowout. Next 3 were pretty close. Boston, Kentucky needed a buzzer beater from Shea. And the New York Knicks series, the first 2 games were really close. The second one's not so much. Now they'll be playing the 8-seeded Golden State Warriors for the NBA Finals. We'll get to game 1 here in just a second. I'm going to get this posted over on KS Board. If you haven't joined the conversation over there, please do so. We'll go ahead and get to game 1 right now. Kentucky, Golden State, NBA Finals on the line. Let's get to it. We're going to stick with Jamal Murray in the starting lineup. All right, got that posted over on KS Board. First game, game 1 in Rupp Arena, Kentucky, 27-0, a 15-0 regular season. Golden State over in the West had a losing record. I wonder how many teams with a losing record have ever made the NBA Finals. We already got a few people here in the chat. We're going to do all 4 games today. If there's a game 5 necessary, or even maybe even a game 6, we will do those tomorrow. But if we can get through games 28, 29, 30, and 31 today, we're going to do so. Murray dumps it down to Shea. Left-handed shot, no good. Rebound Spencer. Golden State coming the other way. We'll switch that camera up as soon as we get into this just a little bit. Maybe first dead ball. Spencer, 3, right wing, no good. Rebound Karl Anthony Towns. I don't see the NBA Finals logo out here on the floor. The presentation, even in real life, needs to get better. Jamal Murray makes a jumper there. See, that's why we start him. But in the game, too, you should be feeling like you're playing a big game. There should be more stuff. Like right now, it just has the NBA Finals little small logo down on the scoreboard. Let's get my name off of here. We don't need that. Butler will go to the line for 2. Karl Anthony Towns whistled for the foul. This Golden State team had to win 2 play-in games just to make it to this point. And then had a sweep of the Suns in the Western Conference Finals. It's 2-1 here. We've played 1 minute of game 1. Kentucky trying to get to 31-0. A perfect season. Shea, spin move, off the glass and in. Kentucky's up by 3. Kentucky has trailed by 6 in the fourth quarter. That's their largest second half deficit of the season. Butler, 3, top of the key, no good. Rebound Adebayo, who's already in the game. Man, that's a quick sub. Karl Anthony Towns already out of the game. Booker, long 2, fading away, no good. And the rebound to Golden State. Tough 3, rattles in, and we're tied at 4. Is that Jamal Murray running point right now? Why is Shea? Oh, no, Shea's not out of the game. I was wondering, why is Shea not running the point then? Give the ball to Shea. Murray gets a screen. Pull up 3 left wing. No good. Tipped around. Booker gets it. Back to Shea at the top of the key. Shea drives left. Pump fakes at the elbow. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Back to Davis. Back to Shea. Long 2. Straight away. No good. This is the first team Kentucky's played from the West. They played an abbreviated regular season where they played every team in the East. They won every single one of those games. They've swept their first 3 rounds of the playoffs. They're 4 more wins from a perfect season. Jamal Murray backs his man in, flips it up off the glass, no good, and Golden State with the rebound. Murray 1 for 3 to start the game. Booker with the board. He drives, kicks it out to Shea in the left corner. Look, clear out. He's got the lane. He's going to try to take it. Good spin move. Off the glass and in. SGA gives Kentucky the 2-point lead. And a timeout for Golden State as the Rupp Arena crowd gets into it. Let's go ahead and switch up this camera real fast. There we go. So later on KS Arcade, we will have a college football 26 sim of the regular season that's coming up as soon as we get back from SEC Media Days, which are coming up this week. Lots of content coming up here on the YouTube channel from Atlanta and SEC Media Days. Nick Roush, Adam Luckett, and myself will be down there talking SEC football. Maybe Kentucky can surprise us. Oh, what a finish from Julius Randle and the foul. He'll head to the line to try to complete the 3-point play and give Kentucky their largest lead of the game. The SEC Media Days is something that is, it's something, I don't know how to explain it. I can both dread and look forward to at the same time. It means that we're like closing in on the start of the college sports season. But what the hell, Steven? I'm supposed to be mowing the yard, but I can't. You can't miss the finals. I did say yesterday it'd be around noon. I'm a little late here. Yeah, you don't want to miss this. I'll tell you what, depending on how big your yard is, you might be able to get it done and get games 3 and 4. But I'm not going to encourage you to not watch. So by all means, this will be usually about 2 hours. Booker 3, top of the key, good. Kentucky's doubled up Golden State. The Warriors holding for the last shot here. Now the yard can wait. Moody, 3, left wing, no good. Davis, the rebound. Can he get up a shot at the buzzer? One-handed, lets it go. In front of the rim, no good. Kentucky will take a 12-6 lead. That might be the fewest first quarter points from an opponent so far this year. Athir, I first of all appreciate you. Athir has been a part of this KSR YouTube channel pretty much from the beginning. He's a regular commentator on Sources Say. He says, Steven, SEC last year was a fluke. Cats will be dominant again. Final 4 bound, top overall number 1 seeds. Go Cats. Yes, and that's the thing. We got to get back to dominating the SEC, and I agree with Athir. I haven't been as excited for a Kentucky basketball season in years. Maxey, tough runner, won't go. And we haven't had a 1 seed since 2014-15 season. This is going to be one of their better shots at it. And the schedule is brutal. But that's what you want. As a Kentucky fan, you should want... Oh, De'Aaron Fox hit that. Let's go. The Cats are rolling here on Saturday afternoon. 15-8. De'Aaron Fox with the triple. It's a tough pass into Peyton. Anthony Davis, just bring it up. Go the length of the court. He gives it off to Maxey. Maxey drives. He's going to probably take a forced shot here. No, backs out. 8 seconds. Gives it over to Hero. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Hero between the legs. Gets a screen from Davis. Pulls up from 3. No good. Golden State could really use this, and they get it. 15-11. This one was starting to get away from them just a little early. Yeah, that's true. A lot of lefties, and then we would have had one more with the Caden Lewis. I was really looking forward to, I guess, like the way his dad was really involved with the fan base. So I was kind of looking forward to that this year. 3 seconds, too. Murray's going to have to put it up. Lets it go. Off balance. In and out. And Golden State has a chance here to cut the lead to 2 or maybe even 1 with a 3. There's the look. He's already hit 1. Can't hit 2 in a row. Davis the rebound. Hero, pull that. 3, top of the key. No good. So trading missed threes. True to form in the NBA. Butler looks down low. Peyton off the glass and in. Golden State's cut the Kentucky lead down to 2 with a 5-0 run. Timeout, Kentucky. See if they make any changes coming out of the timeout. Golden State could take the lead here with a 3. Spencer forces up a 2 instead. It's no good, and SGA has the board. Randall, he can hit that, and he does. A long 2 for Julius Randle. Draymond Green with the thunderous slam has cut the lead back down to 2. Let's see. I could see a Caden being like JQ and going somewhere else, then coming here if he doesn't go to the NBA for his first year. Yeah, I could see that. Could definitely see that. We'll see how he does at Villanova. But I was excited for him to come to Kentucky. Buddy Hill, 3 for the lead. No good. Rebound, Karl Anthony Towns. Davis going the other way. Spin move. In traffic. Trying to do it all himself. Davis gets the rebound. Let's see if he goes back up. Nope, dribbles it back out. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Back out to Booker. Booker pump fake, drives, gets to the basket, and flips it in. 19-15, 10.9 seconds, final possession of the half. Can Golden State chip into this lead a little bit more? Pull up, 15-footer, rattles in with 2.3 to play. And that will do it for the first half. Booker's Hail Mary heave actually goes in and out. We will go to halftime. Kentucky 19, Golden State 17. Game 1 of the NBA Finals. Kentucky with perfection on the line. Come on. Don't need to see if that guy makes that shot. Unnecessary. Kentucky with just 7 points in that second quarter. And Golden State, who once trailed 15-8 midway through the second quarter, has now tied the game to start the third. Shea gives Kentucky the lead right back. Hield 3 right wing, good. Golden State has their first lead of the game. Again, they're the 8th seed. They had to win 2 play-in games to get here. Booker gives Kentucky right back the lead. Both teams trading buckets now. Kentucky back up by 2. Just under 4 minutes to play in the third quarter. Butler 3, in and out. Rebound Towns. Kentucky gets a big stop. SGA trying to push the tempo. Gets it ahead to Murray. Back to Shea. Shea over to Karl Anthony Towns. Back to Shea on the handoff. Shea drives right. Gets it to Karl Anthony Towns. Towns puts it up. No good, but a foul on Draymond Green. And Towns will go to the line to shoot 2. Second free throw, good. 26-22. Golden State's going to take a timeout because there's just so many of them. Might as well use them all. Shea's shooting 60% from the field in the playoffs. Golden State, Spencer with a big 3 at the top of the key to cut the lead to 1. They won't go away easy. Booker with a tough bucket there. Kentucky has had several close games in the playoffs. This is probably the weakest team that they've played. Maybe the Hawks were maybe not quite as good, but they did take Kentucky down to the wire in 3 of those 4 games. Boston kept it close for the first 2, and then the New York Knicks, again, games 1 and 2, very close, could have gone either way. I didn't actually think they would sweep the Knicks. And I actually didn't think Kentucky was going to be undefeated in this simulation. But here we are, 4 games away. Booker misses that layup. Golden State can retake the lead here with the 3. They'll go inside to Butler. Butler tries to drive on Murray, double teamed by Towns. Now kicks it back to Moody for 3. No good. Rebound, Cat. And here it gets ahead to Davis. Davis, look at those ball handling skills from our 7-footer. Shea drives, puts it up, off the glass, and in. Kentucky back up by 4. Shea has 8 points. They're all in the paint. That's a deep 3 from Hield, and it's good. Golden State, even without Steph Curry, hitting a lot of 3s. And that's what's kept them in this game. 4 of them so far. Booker, he can hit that too, and he does. The second time this quarter, the teams have traded 3s on back-to-back possessions. Kentucky clinging to a 4-point lead. About 6:15 left to play total, and Davis whistled for a foul. That will be his second, team's second. Big Blue Flavor Flav, I don't know if he's injured or if there were just there were lots of trades that were made that I had no control over. And I don't even know where he's at. Maybe he retired midseason. But somehow Golden State found their way to the NBA Finals, where they trailed by 2 with 6 minutes, 3 seconds to play in game 1. Shea blocked by Hield. Thought they might whistle a foul there. No call. Golden State coming quickly the other way. They'll back things out. They can if they hit a 3, they'll take the lead. They go down low in the post, 2-post, and he'll tie it at 33. Kind of thought Kentucky would pull away. They were up by 7 in the second quarter. I thought they'd extend that lead out to double digits and then kind of cruise to a game 1 victory. Hasn't been the case. Golden State hanging in there. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Hero, pump fake. Out to Shea. He'll have to force a 3. It's no good. Rebound Golden State. I agree, Big Blue Flavor Flav. It has truly been an underdog story. They can take the lead with a bucket here at the end of the third quarter. 3. Good! Another Golden State 3 gives them a 36-33 lead. Booker from beyond half court. It's no good. We will go to the fourth quarter. The 8 seed, Golden State, had to win 2 play-in games to make it here. Lead here in game 1 as we go to the fourth. Can they ruin Kentucky's perfect season? We'll find out here in the next 5 minutes or so. The assist of the game. What an assist. That is tough. All right. Golden State had a losing record in the regular season. They went 6-8. Got to the playoffs anyway. Won their first play-in game. Won their second play-in game. Upset the 1 seed New Orleans. And have made it all the way to the finals, where they now lead by 3 over the 1 seed Kentucky. And they actually lead by 5. 38-33 on that layup. 4:33 to play. The most Kentucky's trailed by in the fourth quarter so far this season has been 6. Booker, pull up. No good. That's huge. Man. Bam with the steal. Bam. Can't finish it, though. That would have been huge. Here comes Golden State the other way. Kentucky needs a stop. The undefeated season hanging in the balance. 4 minutes to go. Golden State leads by 5. Is this Trey Jackson Davis? Fall away. Long 2. No good. Bam, the rebound. And he gets it to Murray. That's a big stop. But you need a bucket here. Need to score. Booker drives. Pulls it back. Kicks it out to Murray at the top of the key. 10 seconds on the shot clock. He'll get a screen from Adebayo. Murray will drive. Mid-range. Fall away. No good. Bam. Tips it around. Can't get the rebound. Golden State has it. 3:30 to play. And the Warriors hanging on to a 5-point lead. They're going to run some clock again. Kentucky needs to put some stops together. That one's tipped away. Murray comes away with it. They have a fast break. Murray drives, flips it up. No good! Golden State gets the rebound. They had numbers. You got to give it up there. That's twice that Kentucky's had the ball point blank. Once with Bam, now with Murray, and they missed them both. Good cut there from Kuminga. He's fouled by Randall. He'll head to the line. Oh, my goodness. And this, if he makes this free throw, this will be the most Kentucky's trailed by in the fourth quarter so far this year. It's on the way. It's no good. How funny is that? Karl Towns gets it to Jamal Murray. Still a 2-possession game. Cats still have a lot of time in the lob to Davis for the dunk. The lead cut to 4. Timeout, Golden State. They have 1 remaining. Kentucky has 2 timeouts left. The Cats need stops. The undefeated season. I haven't even made the 28-0 graphic yet because it's not guaranteed at this juncture. That's a huge three if it goes. No good. Rebound, Davis. Cats trail by 4. He gets it ahead quickly to Murray. A three. Good! Jamal Murray cuts the lead to 1. 2:16 to play in the fourth quarter. I'm pacing right now. That jumper is good. Back to 3. 41-30. I didn't see you hit it. We have 2 minutes. 2 minutes to save the perfect season. Kentucky trails by 3. Murray, can he do it again? Pull that. That's a deep 3. No good. Damn. They desperately need a stop here. 1:50. They get it down to Butler. Butler guarded by Davis. Gets Davis up in the air. Davis puts it up. Butler puts it up. No good. Davis the rebound. Kentucky can cut it to 2. Cut it to 1 or tie it with a 3. Jamal Murray, really tough shot. It goes in. 41-40. 92 seconds to play. One more stop and a bucket and take the lead. Come on. That's a good pick and roll. Draymond Green gives the Golden State Warriors the 3-point lead. Give the ball to Shea. Booker, spin move. Booker, it rolls off. Oh my gosh. 1 minute to play. And a foul on Davis. Oh, don't go this far just to lose. Butler, first free throw is good. 44-40. It's a 2-possession game. Butler, second free throw is good. The 8 seed trying to pull off a game 1 shocker. Cats need something here. Tough shot. What in the hell was that? Booker, come on. Shea with the strip. Go all the way. Gilgeous-Alexander slams it home. 13-second differential between shot clock and game clock. Kentucky can play it out here. They just need to stop. That's a huge 3 if it goes. It's no good. Davis the rebound. You can even just get a quick 2, but you probably need to be thinking about a 3. Booker drives. Booker got it. 1-point game. 19.2 seconds to play. And a quick foul that'll put Golden State at the free throw line. And see, that is why I'm thinking you probably needed a 3. Spencer, first free throw. It's good. And this is a big one right here. 18.7 left. It's up. It's rattling in. Timeout. Kentucky, they'll have 1 left. 18.7 seconds left. I hate the idea of taking a timeout there. They need to shoot a 3. The quick 2 thing cannot be the strategy. They have to shoot a 3. Booker going to go for a quick 2. And he'll get it. 47-46. That's a quick bucket. I'll take it, I guess. And they're going to foul a good free throw shooter again. So, 13.6 to play. Just need 1 miss. Miss 1. He did. The first one's no good. Man, it'd be nice if you can miss them both here. 13.6 seconds. Hold everything, the beads as well, as Harry Carey used to say. 48-46. Kentucky will take their final timeout to advance the ball. What do you think? Go for a 2? Just go for a 2, force OT? Palms are sweating. This is high drama here in game 1. It goes into Booker. Booker on the right wing. Booker dribbling a lot. Pass the ball. Booker puts it in. 3.6 to play. He slipped by his man. Golden State will get a chance to win it. But right now we're tied at 48. Devin Booker to the rescue in game 1. Whew. Need a stop. Green to inbounds. He gets it in. Healed. Forces it up. It's good at the buzzer. Unbelievable. And the undefeated season comes to an end. Unbelievable. He fouled him too. No call. And Golden State takes game 1 of the NBA Finals. Ah, man. What a brutal, brutal way to take your first loss. And not only that, but I thought this would have been the easiest series. That is so brutal. Well, Kentucky falls to 27-1, and more importantly, they're now down 1-0, and that does mean that we're gonna have to finish this up on Sunday. But we'll go ahead and get to game 2. Ugh. I don't know why this bothers me. This is a stupid video game, but that bothers me. And to make that comeback too, oh gosh, that's all right. Well, we'll go ahead and get game 2 going, and see if the Cats can bounce back and even the series. I'm a little deflated from that, honestly. I didn't think they'd go undefeated. I honestly didn't think they would. But then they get to this point and they're playing the 8 seed. I'm like, oh well, they're actually going to do it. Ah, man. Well, 31-1 is fine. Dang it. It says 15-0 because that was our regular season record. They played every team in the East, beat every team. First time they play a team from the West, they lose. But undefeated against all the East, though. Dang. They were up 7 in that game, in game 1, and that was early, though. I guess early second quarter. And Davis just keeps fouling. I mean, does he foul a lot now? I mean, I guess I don't watch enough NBA. Yeah, they're taking Davis out. He played 33 seconds. Go ahead and get him out of the game. The coaching decisions are they're terrible. That's right, peanut butter posse. Because I just, the NBA playoffs, that's really all I was trying to get to anyway. But I was like, well, they might as well play every team in the East. And the reason they lose is because of stupid shots like that. Well, that was our first true buzzer beater of this season. And it was... we're on the losing end of it. I'm not over game 1 yet. I wonder if the players are. I wonder if they're still thinking about it. There you go, Bam. Actually, Anthony Davis was hurt in this season. He only missed like 4 weeks though. Man, I'm gutted from that game one. It kind of just took the wind out of my sails a little bit. Don't screw this up and just not and lose the series. Come on. We were so close. I would have been fine losing a regular season game, or even if they lost one to the Knicks. But this is a team. This Golden State team went 6-8 in the regular season. We should have had it. We had it. We had the undefeated season locked up. All right. Well, I'm gonna send this to the 2K commentary crew. I'll still be in the chat, but I got to get some other stuff taken care of. I will be back, third or fourth quarter. But, dang, it sucks the way to lose like that. I hate losing. I don't want to lose at tic-tac-toe. I don't know. I hate losing. Especially hate when something called Kentucky, when they wear the Kentucky uniform, even if it's virtual. Yeah, exactly. You need to take a breather. Is there a call-in show I can call into after this?
Let's check out the field goal percentage leaders in the postseason. The fourth spot held by Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Since we started the playoffs, he's been totally locked in offensively, taking and making some good looks.
Here's Spencer. A minute 37 left to play in the first. They set the pick. Healed for three. Towns with a rebound.
Oh, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that, and that's a bad miscue, and you can't give up looks like that all game long.
Now here's Butler. 5 points in the game. Healed for three. And a great assist by Butler as that one goes.
Buddy does such a great job of preparing his shot even before he gets the ball.
Towns taking his time here. Adebayo up top, outside Booker. Back to Adebayo. Shot from the low block. Some solid defense from Butler.
A lot of defenders choose to just back up off of him when he's in that tight, try to avoid the and one, and this time they're not backing off.
And in terms of wings, Butler is one of the best passers, and that starts with Jimmy's team-first mindset.
The home team calls timeout. Hero outside. Pass to Adebayo. Count it.
And that's just one of the moves that Bam has in his arsenal.
The Warriors lead by 6. Outside Payton. Down low. And stolen by Adebayo. And they're on the break. Hero finds Randall. Outside Booker. Over Moody. And there's Booker. That one's good. On the assist by Randall.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. Warriors ahead, leading by 4. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in a moment. And here we go. The NBA Finals continue here on 2K Sports. And what do you guys think about the Warriors here in this one?
Well, you have to credit their effort on the defensive end. It set the tone for this contest.
Yeah, defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
So on the floor for Golden State to kick off the second quarter. Trace Jackson-Davis out there with Jonathan Kuminga. Then there's Gary Payton II. Then it's Moses Moody. And it's Post in at the 5, roaming the paint. Here's Maxey. The rebound by Post. The Warriors lead by 4. Kuminga, the pass to Payton. Back to Kuminga. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
And Kuminga is so physical. He'll get a lot of these.
These are his first free throws of the game.
2 shots.
And he makes a first. Jamal Murray is checked in for Maxey. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. Now here's Davis, covered by Jackson Davis. Hero outside. Pass to Adebayo. That one a tad offline, but it drops in for him. Adebayo's got his 3rd basket of the night.
The versatility of Adebayo, he can initiate and he can shoot off the catch.
Kuminga with it. He's guarded by Hero. Kuminga's shot is off. Gone just 1 of 3 to begin the second quarter. Out left to the wing. Fox outside. Hero, the pass to Davis. Now Adebayo. Can't hit the short-range fadeaway. Outside Moody. Pass to Kuminga. Now here's Payton. Outside Moody. From 7 feet away. Nice shot by Kuminga.
With his finesse and his power, Kuminga can make it real tough inside.
Hero outside. Shoots over Kuminga. Hero with the bucket. And Steve Kerr calls timeout. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page.
Let's give Coach credit. He's trying to find a way to squeeze the most out of every possession.
Got to feel good as a coach if you make all those adjustments, pull the right strings. That's what they love to do.
Devin Booker, he's checked in for De'Aaron Fox. Draymond Green, he's checked in for the Warriors. Jimmy Butler comes in for Payton.
Time and time again, Butler just making the right play.
Pass to Adebayo. Now Murray. Shot from the wing. No good on the shot.
That's a shocker there. Did not expect him to miss from that range. He's got to be shooting close to 60% from there.
I admire the play call. They just couldn't capitalize.
Yeah, an efficient offensive possession. They found the look that they wanted, just didn't go in.
Now here's Hero. Back to Davis. Butler with a steal. In transition. Here's Green. Oh! Green dropping the hammer.
If he can get his steps together, Draymond Green will throw it down.
Outside Davis. Hero outside. Lets it go from deep. He's looking good. 2 buckets in 3 attempts.
Of all the action happening there, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
Now here's Butler. He's got 5 over Hero. And it's good as he snugs it right through the net. Butler's got 7.
And they found a nice flow offensively here in the second period.
Timeout. The home team calls timeout.
Trying anything now to get them out of this slump.
Well, they can't find the net right now, and all they need, I think, is just to get 1 to go and get back on track.
And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Strong finish by Gilgeous-Alexander.
It was a rough start for them scoring the ball, but they look like now they're really finding their rhythm and flow.
Pass to Butler. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The shot comes out. Randall with some nice D. Adebayo against Hield with the 7-footer. Adebayo, no good. The Warriors lead by 4. Payton passes to Hield. Here's Spencer. Pass to Butler. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Butler.
Substitution for your Wildcats, Anthony Towns.
So it's the home team now. Booker surveying the D. And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up. That one on Hield.
No debate there. He got hammered.
And he knocks down the first one.
2 shots.
Both free throws good from Booker. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. The Warriors on top. They lead by 2. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out there for the start of the third quarter, right after the break.
And get ready for the fan half-court shots. Drum roll, please.
We've talked about it in the past. They have a deep rotation that allows them to play matchups.
So why aren't they ahead in this game? And I'll tell you why.
Looking at the series breakdown. And that'll do it for us. Thanks for stopping by. We'll
And let's get you back to the action as game 2 is getting underway. Without question, Jimmy Butler displaying his skills today.
Yeah, we had a feeling he'd step up in this one. So far, playing at the top of his game when they really need him.
Still interesting to see if in this second half he can find ways to get to those same spots.
Murray out there with Anthony Davis. Then there's Devin Booker. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in at the point guard position. And for the Warriors, Draymond Green is out there with Butler. Then there's Gary Payton II. Then it's Buddy Hield. And it's Spencer in at the 1. First trip to the line for him here. And the first one at the line is good.
And I think as fans, you always want to see the best in the league healthy. Anthony Davis out there tonight. And the NBA is just better when AD's playing. Makes it pretty tough on the defense. Who you're going to pick to send to the free throw line. And he's hitting the free throws right now. Form looks good.
Now here's Butler. 7 points in the game. Shoots over Davis. The shot by Butler. No good. On the wing, Murray deflects the pass. And that goes out of bounds. And they retain possession.
Almost had the steal. You have to love the pressure defense.
Yeah, pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
Hield against Booker. Towns is screen on Hield. Here's Booker. Hits it from the high post. Booker's got 6.
And just lethal as a scorer from all over the floor. Mid-range is in the range for Devin Booker.
Gilgeous-Alexander with a steal. Here they come with numbers in transition. Pass to Towns. Green against Booker. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Warriors.
Warriors ball.
The top scorers in the playoffs on our 2K leaderboard. The 4th spot held by Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Perfect time to take it to another level offensively. He's really carried them at that end.
90 seconds into the second half now. And Steve Kerr calls timeout here. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Payton finds Green. Third quarter of play with just over 1.5 minutes gone by.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
They get it again. They kick it out to Murray. Second shot opportunity, and that one's good. Murray's got his first points of the game.
Now, there's a feeling sometimes, even at 6'3", when Murray gets to the interior, he plays a bit bigger.
Green with a screen on Davis to the inside. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Personal foul.
I don't mind it. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the points.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. Free throw good. Green.
And the fire that Draymond Green plays with, I think, is the most admirable quality. Knows how to get himself and his teammates going throughout the course of a long, grinding 82-game season.
Coming out stone cold here. Sometimes the break will do that to you.
Davis, the pass to Murray. Back to Davis. And Davis gets double teamed. 4 on the clock. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Rebounded by Hield. Hield's got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to Butler. Inside. Oh, it's stolen by Towns. To go off the front iron.
Defensively, they've been flat in this second half. A very different type of team than we saw in the first.
Back to Butler. Green with a screen on Davis. Here's Butler. Drives to the hoop. And he banks in the layup. Butler's got 9.
That was a possession where Jimmy Butler just did not settle for the jump shot. Drove right in and came right at the defense.
The home team calls timeout.
Fans, make some noise for your
Tyler Heroes checked in for Murray. And the Warriors will go with a different look here. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Here's Hero. Deflected. And here's Moody. No points so far. Kuminga, the pass to Moody. Shoots over Booker. Rebound collected by Anthony Davis. Davis has got his 6th rebound on the night. No, stopping him there. Jams it in, and he's fouled. An opportunity to 3-point play. Trace Jackson Davis picks one up, and this will be his 2nd trip to the free throw line. That free throw good from Davis. There's a minute 12 left in the third quarter. To the inside. Here's Post. And it's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander with the rebound.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
Unloads from 13. And the rebound goes to the Warriors.
He expects to make every one of those, and we expect him to make them too.
Stolen by Davis. On the break. Hero finds Adebayo. And the big finish by Adebayo.
And how about Adebayo just getting up and getting athletic?
29 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Outside Moody. Pass to Jackson Davis. Clock at 6. Back to Moody. He shoots. The shot won't fall. Fires from way outside. No good. Misses at the buzzer. The third quarter comes to a close. Up by 8. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling here on 2. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist to the game.
This is the day.
Here we go, Cats. All right. Trying to improve to 28-1, get this series back level. Bam Adebayo, several dunks in this one. Kentucky's up 10. Look, Reed Shepherd, PJ Washington getting into it on the bench. Exactly, Big Blue Flava Flav. This is the team we know and love. Yeah, we got it. Another rebound from Adebayo. And he's bringing it up the floor. Why not, Bam? Over to Murray. Kentucky looking to build on a 10-point lead. Randall to Booker. Down low. Bam Adebayo. Here comes a forced shot. Puts it up. It's no good. If I were coaching the team, I'd take him out every single time he did that. If you missed game one, Golden State ended Kentucky's perfect season on a Jimmy Butler floater at the buzzer. It's a tough way to have your perfect season come to an end, but Kentucky's aiming to level the series. Tyler Hero, tough layup, had to go up with his left, missed it. Here comes the Warriors. And a whistle and a foul on Devin Booker. That'll be his first, team's first. Timeout, timeout Golden State. Butler from the elbow, no good. Rebound, Karl Anthony Towns. So what we'll do is we'll do one more game today. If Kentucky wins, that'll be it for today. If Golden State wins either this one or the next one, we'll do one more. But then we'll come back tomorrow to try to wrap this thing up. Davis, no good. Gets his own rebound. Out to Shea. Wide open three. No good. Would have loved for that to have gone down. Butler went out of bounds. Yep, there's the call. So, yeah, if Kentucky wins this one, and if they win the next one, we'll wrap it up for today. We'll come back tomorrow and hopefully get 2 quick Kentucky wins and call it a series and call it a championship. Kentucky takes the 10-point lead on that Devin Booker layup. Cats were down 5 with just under a minute to play in game one, battled all the way back. Had a layup from Devin Booker with 3.2 left, and Golden State hit a buzzer beater. We have yet to play overtime this year. Butler's second free throw is good. 34-26. Kentucky hasn't had a good offensive game yet in this series. Oh, good look for Davis for the slam. 36-26. Kentucky averaging only 10.3 assists per game. That's 27th in the NBA. It's kind of wild with all these good guards. They are shooting a 91% from the free throw line in the playoffs. Sweet move there from Jamal Murray to push the lead back up to 10. I'm going to go ahead and get that 28-1 graphic ready because I think it's happening. All right. That's loaded up, ready to go. Kentucky's up 8. I know, I don't want to jinx this. 3, Booker, got it. 41-30. It's the largest lead of the afternoon. Anthony Davis should swat that every time. I don't understand. Peanut Butter Posse says this feels like it's going 7. This will be the first series to go at least 5. So it might. Kentucky will have to go to Golden State for games 3 and 4. And then back here at Rupp for 5. Then potentially back to Golden State for 6. Back to Rupp for 7. Oh, he's out of bounds. Did it again. And with 21.6 seconds, Kentucky can run out the clock on game 2. A bounce-back victory, the first of the year. Kentucky is 1-0 this season whenever they've lost a game. Julius Randle running point, running the clock out. Kentucky improved to 28-1. They've leveled the finals at 1 game apiece and will get ready to go out west for game 3. A much more dominating performance. Kentucky found themselves, I think, down 5 in this one. But once we got to the second half, Kentucky was pretty much on cruise control, at least by the fourth quarter. So we will go to Devin Booker, player of the game, 11 points, 1 rebound, 2 assists. He was 1 of 2 from 3 points, 4 of 9 from the field. Good stat line from Booker. We will get set for game 3. If Kentucky wins this game, we are going to take a break for the day, and we will come back tomorrow for games 4 and 5. But we will get to game 3 right now. If Golden State wins, we'll do one more just to see where this thing's headed. Because I definitely don't want to end it with Kentucky trailing the series. I don't want to do that. So, all right, starting lineup looks good. We will get to game 3. See, I don't know where they get these highlights from because Kentucky hasn't played there yet. So I don't they haven't played at Golden State. So I don't know where they're getting the highlights from a game that hasn't happened. The K and the Bay. Casey, summer's been good. Lots of positive news around the Kentucky basketball program. So that's fun. We got TBT coming up. Anthony Davis swats that one out of bounds. Excited for TBT. Anybody going to any games? Let me know in the comments which games you're going to try to go to. If you're trying to go to one of the early rounds, or if you're going to wait until they potentially host a Final Four game. I like how my fiance just messaged me. She's hearing me talk to myself in the room. She said we went to Mackinac Island this summer. So yeah, we went to Mackinac Island. First time going there, that was interesting. If you've never been, there's no cars. Everything's by horse and buggy. Also, we're getting married in September, so doing a lot of that stuff, getting ready for that. That's so funny that Kate your parents got married there? Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, that's it. That must have been cool. Yeah, it's a small island outside of Michigan. Yeah, you have to take a ferry over, and we stayed 2 nights there. That was really cool. It's very unique. If you've never done it, I would recommend it. You probably don't need more than 3 days there. I think you can probably do everything. The best part was just like biking the island. So we took a bike, and it's like 8.2 miles, and we went all the way around the island. It was really cool. Thank you, Big Blue Flava Flav. If you guys ever watched our walk-in talks, we do a walk and talk before every game on here on the YouTube channel as we walked from we parked way down like a mile away, I guess, from Rupp Arena, and we'd walk in. Well, for the Arkansas one, my girlfriend at the time was walking with us. I convinced her to go. She didn't have a ticket to the game, but I was like, you should just come to this. It'll be fun. And I sent the link to her family, my family, and then I asked her to marry me on one of those live streams, and it was the one right before the Arkansas game. I was feeling pretty good about it that day, and Calipari had to like stick it to me one more time, just like couldn't let me have that day, could you, Cal? Shea ties the game at 4 with the elbow jumper. Oh, that's cool, Holly. Yeah, it actually. So I had it set up, and we were doing all the talking and everything, and then the stream goes down like right before I was about ready to do it. So I had to like quickly set it up again on my phone, and I'm like, I don't even know if this is gonna work. And I wasn't even. I was gonna do it on like. We're gonna go out to dinner for Valentine's Day. I was gonna do it then, and we were just talking one day, and she's like, "Oh, don't ask me to marry you on." She was kind of joking. But she was like, "Oh, don't ask me to marry you on Valentine's Day. That would be weird. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it that day." And I was like, "Oh, well, yeah. Why would I? That's stupid. Of course I won't do that." And then, so then I said, "Okay, well, I'll just do it for the Arkansas game." Actually, Jack Pilgrim and I talked about it, and he was like, "Yeah, just do it then." I thought this is going to be a great day. It was great. It was a fun day all the way up until the game. I knew by halftime, I was like, they're going to lose it. They're going to lose this game. I could feel it. Carl Towns, top of the key, 3, good, and we're tied at 7. And you know what? All I could do is tip my hat to Calipari and say, like, hey, that's what you do, man. Like, whenever he's not supposed to win, he pulls something out of his ass every time. I don't know how he does it. How do we get – how is there one Arkansas person? How does that even happen? As I'm talking about this. That's crazy. That's crazy. Even when, like, I'm actually find myself pulling for Rick Pitino to finally beat Calipari. What does Cal do? Goes out there and kicks his ass. I can't believe it. I couldn't believe it. And part of me, even when he beat us in Rupp Arena, there was part of me that as we were doing the press conference, because he was being very humble, he didn't gloat and he didn't do any of his typical Cal stuff. He actually credited. I know that's true. You said Cal and summoned someone. Yeah, that out of bounds, Kentucky basketball. I couldn't help but be like, well, you son of a bitch, you did it again. And it's hard to be mad at him in that press conference. But and I said that's just like Cal. For some reason, in the games that you think, well, they don't have a chance. And even his last couple years, it was like going at Tennessee last game of the season, and he wins. And there were several games that year just like, I'm not going to win this one. And he pulled it out. Alabama at home. And I'm going to say that was the best Rupp atmosphere that I'd seen in a few years. Because sports are better with rivalries. Like, that's why when rival fans try to pull we live rent-free in your head. It's like, well, I mean, it's not that, but I think about you because you're a rival and I want you to lose. I don't want Arkansas to win games right now. But I love that there's a rivalry. Does that make sense? Like, I want Arkansas to be competitive so that it matters when we beat them now. I want Louisville fans to care enough so that when we beat them, it hurts. like I hate Tennessee fans, but I respect them at the same time because like I respect their passion. Like they have the same passion for their team that I see in the Kentucky fan base. And don't go in. There we go. Cats up 11-7 here in the second quarter. No, and these are the facts. Like this is the fact. Bam Adebayo and one. Trey Jackson Davis with the foul, the former Hoosier. Yeah, let's pull this back up again though. Oh wait, that ain't it. There it is. This one. When Carter Knox hit a 3 out of the corner to close out the first half, that's when I was like, oh, this just isn't our day. I watched every single Arkansas game, and like again, there's a reason I was tuned in to every Arkansas game. It was basically Kentucky's team. It was basically going to be what Kentucky was going to be. So I was minus JQ. So I was very, very interested. And I didn't care about Arkansas basketball. I didn't watch any games before Calipari. All of a sudden, I was watching every game, and I was pulling against them because let's say they were good. Let's say Boogie Flan was just a generational talent that we didn't see coming, and they win the SEC. Do you know how hard that was going to be to stomach? So watching them struggle, go 0-5 to start the SEC. Yeah, I enjoyed watching that. I enjoyed watching them be on the bubble. I should they have gotten in? Maybe. But I was the whole time hoping that they wouldn't because I knew what could happen if Calipari got in. And he should have been in the Elite Eight. Should have been in the Elite Eight. Had that game won. And then we saw down the stretch the same things that had happened the last few years in close games at Kentucky. When the little things started to matter. And the same thing in their SEC tournament game, too, their second one. Pull up, De'Aaron Fox, bang. I mean, Arkansas was a 10 seed? And Kentucky was a 3 seed. So it wasn't quite identical seasons. What were the standings this year? Because I know Arkansas had to play a game on Wednesday in the SEC tournament. But I will give Arkansas this. I mean, didn't they start 0-5 or something like that, or 1-5, and then they finished 8-10? So I mean, I don't know, what is that, 7-5 the rest of the way? So it's not amazing. So they finished with the same record as Georgia and Vanderbilt. I mean, here in 2K25, though, Kentucky's doubled up Golden State. They've held them to just 9 points through the first 7 minutes of play. Yeah, and of course, Kentucky didn't have a point guard for that game versus Arkansas. I don't know why we were so confident. I guess because they had just beaten Tennessee without a point guard. So we're like, well, yeah, okay, we beat, and Arkansas was terrible. Really, Arkansas wasn't terrible. It's actually, it should be investigated as to how they started out so poorly. Because they had Boogie Flan to start the season. And they still weren't that good. Like, they were good. There was so much talent on that team. Yeah, and you're seeing like this right here. This There were certain guys at Kentucky that could do whatever they wanted, and they got away with it. It didn't matter. And there were certain guys who you were like, that guy could help us win a game. And yet Cal won't, like, who was the guy? Jamal Baker in 2019. Fouls a guy. It's a terrible call on a 3, and the 3 goes in. It becomes a 4-point play, and Baker doesn't play the rest of the game. There were guys who would come in, they miss a 3, and they were taken out. It was very frustrating. And then there were certain guys, you're like, why is DJ Wagner starting? I'm enjoying this is a good conversation. People are keeping it, respectable, but we're keeping it respectful is what I'm trying to say. Keep it respectful, but this is good conversation. Big KG, Arkansas fan. What are your expectations for this season? This is year 2 of Cal. Year 2 at Kentucky. He went to a Final Four. What are Arkansas fans' expectations for Calipari this year? Is it like win the SEC? Be a 1 seed, get to a Final Four, or what is speaking for all Arkansas fans here, KG? What do you think? By the way, Kentucky rolling in this one, 22-12. They've held Golden State to just 12 points through 9 minutes. Boogie wasn't an exception; he's the rule. That's how it kind of became in the last few years. That's a big 3 from Spencer to cut the lead back to single digits. Shay, just go all the way to okay, whatever you got to do. John Vincent Calipari, just looking through his history at other schools. What does he typically do in year 2? In year 2 at Memphis, yes, I already said year 2 at Kentucky, he won the SEC tournament, went to a Final Four. It's pretty good year 2. Year 2 at Memphis, he won a national championship, the NIT, but a national championship nonetheless. And for Memphis in 2001, 2002, that's not nothing. They went 27-9, and won the NIT. And then they made the tournament, I think, was that 6 out of 7 of the next seasons. And then never finished worse than the Sweet 16 by year 5. At UMass in his second year, they went from 10-18 to 17-14 and finished 6th in the conference. So his first year at Arkansas, 8-10 in conference, 22-14, tied for 9th. Yeah, Sweet 16 is pretty good. I would expect that you guys would have I would think you guys have a high expectation for this year. I don't know. Steph got traded or something. I'm not sure. I didn't follow along with all the trades, but this Golden State team was a seller by January, and they still made the playoffs as an 8 seed. So look at this. They were the 8 seed. They had to win 2 play-in games, then beat the 1 seed New Orleans, then beat the 5 seed San Antonio, and then swept the 3 seed Phoenix Suns. This is a Jimmy Butler-led, Steph Curry-less Golden State team who's given the 1 seed in the East, Kentucky, their first loss of the season. So we're tied a game apiece. Personally, I want an Elite 8. I just want progress from this past season. But if you went to a Final Four at UK, I kind of want a Final Four now. And I will say that Final Four run in 2010-11 was a surprising one. That first year that Cal was at Kentucky, that team should have won the national title. If Arkansas and Kentucky play in the Elite 8 and I have to be at that game, I don't know. I don't know if I could take it. I don't know if I could watch it. I don't know what would be worse. What would be worse? What would be worse? Playing Louisville in an Elite Eight game, or Arkansas in an Elite Eight game. As far as like what your nerves would be as a Kentucky fan. And I don't even know in that scenario. I guess I'd probably rather have Arkansas. Ooh, Anthony Davis flushes it. Cats up 8. When Kentucky and Louisville played in the 2012 Final Four, let me tell you guys a really quick story. I was at Murray State, and I was in a Psych 180 class, and we were talking. I don't even know what we were talking about. It was something unrelated to basketball, but I had my tablet up, and I was just reading Louisville message boards during the class. And I don't know why I did that. I just wanted to read where they were saying, we don't have a chance. Kentucky's so good. I just hope we can keep it close. And I get on there, and Louisville fans are just so confident. They're so confident. And I'd start like imagining in my head what it would be like to lose this game, and Louisville goes to the national title, and our team of the decade doesn't win a championship. And I got so upset that I had to leave the class. I was like, I can't sit in here. I got too anxious, and I just left. And that whole week was it was torture. It wasn't even enjoyable. Karl Anthony Towns with a big bucket there just as Golden State was closing in. I will say this. Okay. All right. KG, if you're still, you are still here. Good. Because this thing has to stop. This part of it's not the Arkansas fans who are doing this. It's Arkansas doing this. These were not like when Calipari I never once claimed Derrick Rose, but this has been like these are Cal's guys, and Cal got him to the league. And would Anthony Davis been a one and done if he went anywhere else? Would John Wall have been? What we loved about Cal was that he got those players. But yeah, that's got to stop. I'm not blaming you, Big KG. I'm not, and I'm not even saying Arkansas fans. I'm saying like the Arkansas, like, it could just be 20-year-olds running the Twitter account, but a lot of times it's managed by that's their full-time professionals, and I'm like, why are you hyping up the former Kentucky players? That just seems so weird. Was La Familia going to have to move down to Fayetteville, Arkansas to play their games? That's something that if you listen to the Sources Say that came out a couple weeks ago, Jack Pilgrim talked about the rev share and how it's and why Kentucky is like fighting for some of the extra money to be spent on basketball, and why they were saying like, okay, so with NIL fair market value for a Kentucky basketball player is going to be very much different from the fair market value of a South Carolina basketball player. Tyler Hero 3, yes. Cats by 9 late in the third. I would say this is true. But if you look at his last few years in Memphis, here's what he did. He went 2005-06 Elite 8, 2006-07 Elite 8, 2007-8 National Championship game, lost in overtime, 2008-9 Sweet 16. Here are his records. I know they're playing in the Conference USA, I know, but 33-4, 33-4, 38-2, 33-4. He gets to Kentucky 35-3, 29-9, 38-2. I mean, if you want to go through, we'll go all the way to 2017. I mean, Cal was the king of college basketball. And it's just that Kentucky attracts the king of college basketball. He wanted to be at Kentucky. And yes, I know, Conference USA schedule, it sucked. The toughest matchup was Louisville until Louisville left for the Big East. But Calipari was the king of college basketball for about a decade. And everybody hated him. And it was fun as a Kentucky fan because everybody hated us. And I'm sure Arkansas fans hated Calipari. And just like Kentucky fans didn't even like him when he was at Memphis, and we didn't have to play him all the time. I wanted him to beat Louisville, and that was it. I think there was a year where like Tennessee was 2, Memphis was 1, and I was even kind of pulling. I didn't really have a dog in the fight, but I found myself sort of pulling for Tennessee, which is just crazy. I think it's interesting. This is okay. Here's what's interesting. All right, this is where a lot of Kentucky fans. This is where they got they got pretty upset last year because of Reed Sheppard wearing that shirt. And you do notice that there is much more loyalty to Kentucky with the earlier Cal guys than there are with the later Cal guys. And I think some of that is when you're at Kentucky and you're good, dude, you are a legend. You'll never be the superstar at any NBA place that you are when you're a superstar at Kentucky. But if things don't go well at Kentucky, I could see where guys don't have a very good time because there's a lot of pressure, and like losing a single regular season game feels like you lost a tournament game every time. I think even Caden Lewis's dad talked about that a lot on Twitter last year. He was like, whoa, man, every game, like the pressure's on to win every single time. And guys like Jacob Toppin, they probably didn't have as much fun here as DeMarcus Cousins and John Wall. No, Reed Sheppard does not go to Arkansas if Cal was there. No. He still goes to Kentucky. Shoot that, Booker. Oh, good ball fake. Gosh, all that. $1 million move, $5 finish. I haven't been to Fayetteville yet for a game. I'm really looking forward to it this year because on TV it looks like it gets wild, especially when they play Kentucky. I remember there was a game there in 2020. I think Johnny Juzang had a few big buckets, but that's the game Calipari got double tech and got thrown out, and the place was like the TV camera was shaking when Cal was being thrown out. Big three from Golden State cuts that Kentucky lead to 6. This game far from over. Reed would have been insanely good in Pope's system, and Kentucky would have been insanely good with Sheppard, 100%. I wish college basketball, like when Kentucky comes to town, and I noticed this for the first time by working at KSR, how many Kentucky fans go on the road to watch basketball games. They do the away section for football. They need to be doing that for basketball too, because it would make it for a better atmosphere, and you wouldn't have like random Kentucky fans. Because the Mississippi State game was so intense last year, and there was a group of 9 or 10 Kentucky students who were up in the upper deck, and people were like pushing, like they were like intentionally like making contact with them, like, oh no, just trying to sneak through, or just like trying to reach over here. And they were like because they were getting they were so pissed that by the end of that game, Mississippi State fans were. But Mississippi State fans in basketball have to be the most frustrated fan base when they play Kentucky, because somehow, even when the games are close, Kentucky beats them every time. Calipari went undefeated against Mississippi State in the regular season, and they played several close games with them. Speaking of close games, Golden State has a chance here to cut this lead down to 4. Can't do it. Rebound, Bam Adebayo. Kentucky hangs on and wins. We'll have games 4 and 5 for you tomorrow Hero, a 3, no good. That could have iced the game right there. Where do you think the rudest fans are? I've not been to Fayetteville before, but I have heard good things. What I love is, I don't care if, I like when the people are nice, that's fine, but I don't really, like, be nice to me outside of the stadium and the arena. You do not have to be nice to me when we're there. I'll go there, I'll wear Kentucky blue. I don't care. Tennessee fans flip me off. I find it funny. Like that's the way sports should be. That's the way rivalry should be. Nobody should be like fighting people in the parking lots, but you can be rude to me. That's fine. It's sports. It's the one part where we're allowed to sort of be like this. Yeah. So there you go. And I want to know what you guys think, because Big Blue Flavor Flav has the one that I always think of, but Texas. See, for me, it's Tennessee. It's Tennessee in every sport. And I think it's just because they just, like, they did win a baseball championship, but they know that's awesome. Like, that's great. Shea with the 3 that should probably put this one away. Cats up 7. South Carolina. I feel like it's the fan bases that, like, haven't, like, Kentucky fans get like that when we go a long time without doing something. We get kind of like, it's just, I don't know. It's like you're just deprived of winning. So you just, like, reek of depravity, and you just, like, are kind of angry at everything. So it comes out, and you put that aggression into the opposing fans. Tennessee is that fan base. Like, they're, like, angry. Just from their own lack of success. UConn, yeah, I've heard UConn is, everybody who works in Kentucky media, almost all of them say UConn. Oh, that's a big offensive rebound there. Tipped it out to Murray. He'll go to the free throw line. Or wait, they have more fouls to give? Yeah, they got one more to give, actually. Ryan Lemon did get punched to South Carolina. I was there for that. I wasn't there for the punch, but I was at that game. Oh, massive 3 from Jamal Murray. 34 ticks on the clock. Kentucky has pushed the lead right back up to 7. They were fouling. I can't believe Jamal would even take that shot. It looks like Golden State was trying to get Kentucky to the free throw line. And he says, you know what? I'll just put in 3 right here. UConn, it also feels like they have that sort of, could be wrong about this, but they might have that, like, Northeast, like, we think we're better than you kind of attitude when they play us, as what some people were saying. But I haven't seen that. I haven't been in a game with UConn fans to be able to say that for sure. But that's what a lot of people in Kentucky media, a lot of the people in Kentucky media aren't Kentucky fans. They cover the team. Kyle Tucker is not a Kentucky fan. He just did a really good job covering the team. And when you cover a team, like, you want them to do well, because then you get to keep, following them at wherever they go. And I mean, but a lot of them said UConn fans are by far the worst. And that they do this, like, and it is kind of like a snobby, This is game 3, MasterChef. We're level at 1 game apiece. Kentucky's getting ready to take a 2-1 lead. Ohio State. There are times, Big Blue Flavor Flav, when I literally will, I'll leave the floor during the games, and I'll just go in the back, and I'll listen to the crowd, and I'll kind of know what's going on, because I notice, like, all right, this is getting too intense. I can feel my emotions. getting involved in how I'm taking this event in, and I probably need to just go take a breather. When I was younger, that I didn't do stuff like that. Instead, I'd be stupid. I'd say stuff, and I'd be like, why did I do that? Rage tweet, things like that. And then if I was at the game, just looking to piss people off. I mean, it's it's part of being a sports fan. Let's see, 29-1. It's pretty good for 30. I cannot believe they lost game 1 like that. It's going to keep me up at night. But Clyde, there's not like one team though that's like every time this. I don't know that I know that's a rivalry. With Tennessee and close proximity always. And that's what, like, do you have this in the NBA? Like, do they have this even in the NFL? Like, the Jets and the Dolphins are supposed to be rivals. Well, how the hell am I, like, I'm a Dolphins fan and I live in Kentucky. But if I lived in Miami, what am I supposed to hate a Jets fan? When do I ever see Jets fans? I guess they retire in Florida, but that's a huge 3. Man, a lot of time left. But Golden State is out of timeouts. Get the ball inbound. Booker's fouled. Yeah, Tennessee is a loud, obnoxious, haven't been great in their favorite sport in a while. They're on the way up. Josh Heupel's a great coach. But you know, I said on the radio a couple weeks ago, they've had 20 seasons of being just, yeah, y'all all right. Look at Tennessee's. Tennessee, let's see, from 2008 to 2014. Here's 5-7, 7-6, 6-7, 5-7, 5-7, 5-7, 7-6, and then from 2017 to 2022, 4-8, 5-7, 7-5, 3-4, 7-6. And you know what's really frustrating during that time? They still beat Kentucky every time, except for 2017 and 2020. Now that Kentucky got them in 2011 also. It's a good point, Peanut Butter Posse. It's a good point. Still a 3-point game, 15.3 seconds left. List of Tennessee Final Fours. It is like, here's why it's wild, right? Okay, we're not talking about South Carolina, who has been to a Final Four. We're not talking about Georgia basketball, who's been to a Final Four, or Mississippi State, who's been to a Final Four. We're not talking about, you know, who's like, it's not Western Kentucky. Like, it's Tennessee. They're decent at basketball. They've had great years. They had the Ernie and Bernie show. They've had Chris Lofton. They have weapons. Bruce Pearl would say this is a decent basketball program who is like just hasn't figured it out. And there you go. Kentucky's going to improve to 29-1, get their second win of this series, and are now 2 games away from the NBA Finals championship. George Mason, FAU, Sister Jean. Thank you, Peanut Butter Posse. They've all made a Final Four. Tennessee, with Ziegler, who's played nearly a decade, has never made it. With Dalton Connect, they couldn't make it. It's going to happen one day. It's going to happen. San Diego State made a Final Four. Butler made 2 in a row. It's going to happen one day, you would think, because it has to. I mean, how have they not? How have they not gotten within 2 wins of an NCAA championship? Just like this Kentucky team is now 2 wins away from a championship of their own and have improved to 29-1. So, player of the game, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. The guards are, let's see, I think Anthony Davis got it. I was going to say they had all the MVPs, but I think Anthony Davis got it once. So, there you go. Kentucky leads the series now 2-1. That's where we'll leave it today. I'm still frustrated about that buzzer beater from game 1, or else we would continue this out and try to wrap it up. We should be going into the final game of this series right now, but the Warriors got them, ended the perfect season. But Kentucky's 29-1. They're 2 games away from an NBA Finals championship. We will pick this back up tomorrow around noon, we'll say. Again, I can't give like a specific time. We got to let Big Blue Flava Flav go mow his yard. Yeah, absolutely. Hopefully you guys can come back tomorrow around noon. We'll have the last 2 games, hopefully only 2 games, and we will see you then. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for getting involved in the chat. If you haven't, hit subscribe, join us over at KS Board, do all that stuff. We will see you tomorrow.